Hey, good morning, you lovely people. Today we're doing another Coke Studio Season 14 video. Thagyan, Zain Zohaib, Quratulain Balouch. I tried, alright? Anyway, coffee in hand. By the way, this is Pakistan, right? Because the other time I did the Bangla that said Bangla, and I suppose it was from Bangladesh, but maybe it was translated in Bangladesh. Anyway, I got a little bit confused sometimes, because between Bangladesh and Pakistan, of course, I meant no disrespect by any means, of course. So if I understand correctly, this is a show in Pakistan. Let's go, let's enjoy it together. Bam.
Coke Studio Season 14.
Did I already ask you, do you drink tea or coffee? Well, what's more the thing there, in Pakistan?
ਜਦੋਂ ਦਾ ਤੂੰ ਤੱਕੇ ਆਏ ਹੋਇਆ ਬੁਰਾ ਹਾਲ ਵੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਦਾ ਤੂੰ ਤੱਕੇ ਆਏ ਹੋਇਆ ਬੁਰਾ ਹਾਲ ਵੇ ਦਿਲ ਮੇਰਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਰਵਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੇ ਦਿਲ ਮੇਰਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਰਵਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਲ ਦੀਆਂ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਮਾਰਿਆ.
Oh man, now it's early here in the morning, and of course when I wake up my voice is always a little lower. It's like I really have to warm up, but I just love the way he just went like he went all the way up there in a second and down, and I really wonder if that's just voice. I suppose not, it must be like head voice, but they do it so well. It's crazy.
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਨਮਾਂ ਯਾਦਾਂ ਠੱਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਨਮਾਂ ਯਾਦਾਂ ਠੱਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਨਮਾਂ ਯਾਦਾਂ ਠੱਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੀਆਂ ਖੇਡਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਮਾਲ ਨੇ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਵਾਬ ਕਦੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਨੇ
I forgot to put the headphones on, so I'm lowering the volume not to get the feedback, so to speak. There's no feedback, but capturing more audio from the speakers. Beautiful. Lovely. I always like that they write, I said before, in Romanized translation, so that you can sort of read how it sounds, the language. Of course, that it's not written that way, but super awesome. Also, great job also with the English translation. Really, thank you very much. I appreciate that. This type of music, it's rooted in so much culture and in ancient times. I really wonder for how long they've been doing this. I don't think music is something that it's been developed at this level thousands of years ago. I doubt it. I think maybe at the most a couple of thousand years, because also instruments, I don't know what kind of instruments were available. I mean, if you go back to Greek times, at least in Europe, maybe you had the lira. In Roman times, you had the lira, this first harp kind of instrument. And I'm sure, of course, that came from the East, came from India, came from Pakistan, came from the maybe even Sumerian. So I'm not 100% sure about those things. But I also don't think that music developed with instruments is like 6,000 or 7,000 years old. I don't think so. Maybe like humming or singing or percussion. Yes, probably yes. That would be interesting actually to find out. I don't know also which one is the oldest record of music. That's also things that sometimes we give for granted that you think we know or that there is a ton of information out there. But honestly, by default, I don't know much. I actually want to look into it. It would be interesting. But definitely this is rooted in an ancient way of singing that it's probably at least 1,000 years old. Beautiful, man. I say this because also in art, like I'm a painter also, and in art also, like we give for granted that perspective was there always, and so far that we know of the things that we know, it's not really the case. It seemed like one of the first, if I remember correctly, was Piero della Francesca, maybe it's like 1300 or close to Renaissance, more or less, when they started to implement like geometry basically to do an accurate projection, more accurate projection of a landscape or a portrait or something. So that's also fairly recent in human history. I mean, even though there are drawings in Lascaux and some other caves in France that are 40,000 years old that are absolutely stunning, and those are primitive drawings. They already seem to have some kind of perspective. Beautiful. Oh, she's coming in. Who is she? Man, the hair of those people. Huh? Everybody has great hair. Look at her. What's in the diet? Huh? What's in the diet? Speaking of scandals about you aren't contradictory. Sweetheart, I'm stricken by your trickery. Sanon cha maya tera Thagyan Maria. Sanochan maya teri Thagyan Maria. तेरी ठगियां ने मारिया चनु माया तेरी ठगियां ने मारिया चनु माया तेरी ठगियां ने मारिया चनु चमन तेरी ठगियां ने मारिया अखियां चहा तेरी बुढ़ियां ते नावे इको बारी दिल वाल कर ले सलावे दिल ते माया किथे. This music makes you move in a certain way. You just go along. I mean, I've said this before and I said it again. Those shows, the whole band, everybody involved, they are so incredibly good. They're good to almost a fault because it's like listening to a studio version. They're so incredibly precise, so skilled, trained. It's like really a little bit what you expect from a classical musician where you go, like listening to Beethoven or Bach or some opera, some aria, where both the singers and the orchestra is just have to be perfect because that's what you expect from classical musician. And of course, this is classical music or as element of classical music from the country, from the region, from the place, and it's performed with that type of skills. It's just impressive, actually. The whole choir, the whole musicians, everybody is just so incredibly talented. I mean, this song, it's pretty smooth, apart from some riffs and runs of the two lead singers. I mean, I always refer to Qawwali music because that's what I know more or less. I don't have a huge culture on Indian or Pakistani music. or also music that is from the region, you know, that might sound similar because it's from more or less kind of mid-eastern maybe scales or type of singing as well are involved. And we have seen that some of those we have seen this in other songs where there are those elements also drawn into both folk. I mean folk in folklore, the folklore from the area, you know, folklore music of the area, combined all together. So very interesting. But of course, I do the reference to quality music, and I know that sometimes they can go soaring really high with those runs and riffs they do with the voice. Here we don't have a ton of that, but the song overall, it's quite pleasing, has a very like swaying rhythm that really takes you in. You were supposed to start when I click the bar. Computer, thank you. Made me jittery. He did that with the voice. Like he's so amazingly high. I have to go straight into falsetto right away. Teri Thagyan. Okay, it takes an interesting pause there in the wording. Wow, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Also the ending. Definitely a great song. Guys, I'm really enjoying this new discovery of music from Pakistan. I hope you enjoy it as well, my reaction. Please, if you want, suggest more from both Pakistan or whatever you like for whatever new audience is coming to this video. And please also don't forget to subscribe. Check my music if you want, some other my videos. All of it helps the channel grow. Let's grow together. Let's expand the family. Talk to you later. Always spread love. Ciao.